Now, I'm going to surprise you guys, and we have the story. Well, but like now that we've done that, we're going to do a next story, but we have the authors of the next story, and I'm not going to say their actual names because we're going to surprise people when we do an interview at some point. It's called Oregon Tour of a Thick-Ass Whore, and it's done by SomethingEmoAndEdgy, and I love that name. I love that name so much.
What the fuck
I
is
love
this
that name.
picture?
I don't know, but I fucking love it. And it has nothing to do with what's in the story. I don't care because it's great. I love it. And I'm going to do narrator because I've read this before.
Can you post a link, please?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I'll do it behind the counter and not accidentally in the main chat. Oh, God. Do you guys realize who did this image?
Who?
Okay, if you click the... Okay, Milk, I need you to do me a favor.
Oh, for fuck's sake, the fucking...
God damn it.
I know, let it play.
Damn it.
Yeah, just do it. And do you know who did the cover art? Our very own intern.
What?
Why would you do this?
I didn't know he was such an accomplished artist. So, does Flurry Heart have, like, Benjamin Button syndrome here?
No, it's not at all that. This is going to be really violent. And so we're going to assign some parts. Flurry Heart is going to be voiced by Milk, unless Milk you also want to read Red Heart. I don't know if she has any lines. So let me look that up.
Let's just do the one. Let's just do... I don't give a fuck.
I'm going to look to see if I can't find, like, if Red Heart has other lines, because... yeah, she does. I don't want to do that to you then. Oh, she only has one. Are you willing to be Red Heart as well?
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you so much. That way you have one Nurse Red Heart line and you...
It's like one word, isn't it?
So Enigma, Flam, Rav, who wants to be Celeste? Oh no, Rav, you right?
Yeah, I said Fleur-de-Lis.
All right, Celestian Cadence, Enigma, Flam, you guys got to fight over who Celestia Cadence.
I'll take Celestia.
Damn it.
Oh, God.
If you want Celestia, I'll take Cadence. I don't care.
There.
I want to hear Flam's Cadence voice.
Yeah, I kind of do too.
I do too. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna read.
I get free reign with voices.
You get free reign with Cadence and voice. You can make it sound however you want, and I'm sure Priest will be upset.
All right. So who's narrating?
I am narrating for a change.
All right.
Flame, what's the German word for love?
Lieben.
The princess.
Das ist richtig.
Say it again.
Lieben or Liebe.
Yeah.
Was it B?
Yes.
Yeah. Depends on the context, but yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I am now sufficiently drunk because I haven't drank in so long.
Oh, good. We are doing it correct then.
Well,
but you're ready.
I hear B is V, so I'm sorry.
It's very German to do that. All right. So I will do the read-in really quick, and then we'll start. So, oh my God, I get the sense that the author of this went and told people to come watch us. So let me read us in. Welcome to Shitfaced Shitfics, where we read Shitfaced Shitfaced. And today we're reading a story by SomethingEmoAndEdgy, who I love very dearly, and it's called Oregon Tour of a Thick-Ass Whore, and it's full of gore, and lots more. And we have reading the part of Celestia Enigma.
L'chaim.
L'chaim. Come on, God, get your Jewish right. It's Jewish, Hebrew, no, whatever. Cadence is going to be Flam.
That's right.
Milk is going to be Flurry Heart and Nurse Red Heart.
Yee.
And Rav is going to be Fleur-de-Lis.
Eine keine Nachtmusik.
A little night music, yes. The author of Vaginal Mustard, who just read Crystal. If you haven't heard that video, go listen to it. It's great. We broke Crystal. I'm so happy. I miss her. So we're gonna start. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna narrate. I'm an Crystal. Are you boys ready? Do you have a link? Do you have the thing? Are we ready to go?
Are we ever ready?
Yes. All right. Here we go. Oregon tour of a thick-ass whore by SomethingEmoAndEdgy, right? Cadence risks losing custody of Flurry Heart, but luckily Celestia is there with the perfect plan to save her. This child is making noise, and frankly, I find it unpleasant. Author's note. What? What?
No, that's just that chapter title encapsulates so many emotions for me. Like,
Alright. This
Whatever
child
I
is
do.
making noise, and frankly, I find it unpleasant. Oh, yeah, there's also too. Just be ready. It's all bad. It's all. Author's note: Writers Against Humanity, apparently. It was a beautiful day in Equestria. The sun was white and the sky was green. Meanwhile, this was one perpetually perplexing predicament that Princess Celestia found herself in.
I'm telling you, Celestia.
Cadence shouted, visibly shaken from the proceedings.
Flurry Heart is my child.
Celestia looked down from her throne at the troubled mare.
Cadence, I understand how you feel, but
No.
No! Blam, that's not you.
it says, oh shit, my bad.
learn to read.
Rav, that's you, kiddo.
I know it. No!
The other mare shouted, one by the name of Fleur-de-Lis.
She's my baby!
Celestia looked at the two mares before her, and the baby in the carriage beneath them. She knew that Flurry Heart belonged to one of them, but for the life of her she couldn't remember which one. She held more resemblance to Fleur-de-Lis, but Cadence seemed more saddened by the situation.
Cut
'Twas
the
a
baby
sad-
in half.
'Twas a sad situation indeed. Luckily, she had a plan. One she learned from an old fairy tale she read in the past. A fairy tale full of make-believe characters. Nothing.
Oh god.
Oh my god, I was making this up!
No, that's
I
actually
know.
the thing.
I know it's a thing, I just randomly...
That's your line! Celestia.
Oh, ladies,
Talk, bitch.
I have come to a conclusion on how to solve this situation.
God damn it.
I'm so sorry. I'm not ready. Cadence and Fleur both cast their gaze upon Princess Celestia, waiting with extreme tension.
Since neither of you can decide who the baby belongs to, we shall commence on a compromise.
Sounds like there should be a strumming of a guitar aggressively. Talk.
No, Flam,
What?
it's you.
What compromise would that be?
Cadence asked, eyes widening. Celestia smiled warmly.
We shall cut the baby in two, right down the center, so each of you will get a piece of her to take home.
What is with the radio announcer voice? I love it. Continue.
You get a piece of it, baby. You get a piece of it.
The Princess of the Sun! Watch the look of shock roll off her faces. This will surely reveal the true mother of Philly. One of them would cave, revealing the true answer.
Yeah, that works for me.
Cadence said with a shrug.
Are you okay with it, Fleur?
Fleur nodded.
Makes sense to me. Thank you for your judgment, Princess.
Fuck!
Celestia face-upped with the force of a really heavy object. This wasn't exactly what she pictured happening, but an odd resolution was better than no resolution. Either way, she'd be getting her coffee soon, and that was the real blessing.
Very well.
Princess Celestia stood up.
The baby shall be cut in two, down the middle, and you both will get half. I would suspect neither of you have your own baby slicing utensils,
They both shook their heads.
I see.
No, Mom.
I see.
Celestia said, rubbing her chin with great ferocity.
Well, I'm not sure what I have on hoof here. Let me see.
She levitated over that one drawer we all have used junk in it.
Well, we don't have much work to do with here. I've got a doorstop, a pair of hoof nail clippers, and an unsharpened pencil.
She used her magic to toss the items down.
Go wild.
Oh, God.
This is
Alright.
Fleur.
I know. Thank you for your swift, fair, and calculating judgment, O wise Celestia.
Oh my god. Fleur said with a bow. With haste, she made her way to Celestia's drawer.
May I make the first move?
I've been requested to read Cadence as a skank. So,
Cadence shrugged.
fine by me.
God damn it.
Fleur-de-Lis cackled, an immense amount of joy over.
Finally, I'll have a child of my own!
That was really good, Rav. She yelled, grabbing the unsharpened pencil. Me?
Wait.
Anyway.
Wait, so you didn't actually have a...
Celestia tried to interrupt the proceedings, but was cut off by a horrible squelching noise. To her astonishment, Fleur-de-Lis had managed to shove the pencil straight into Flurry Heart's left pupil. The small dribble of liquid jelly that flowed out smelled vile, like the stench of 1,000 sewer rats devouring a fresh deposit from the local special ed department. Well, with that settled that. With nary a second thought, Fleur began to shift the pencil around her now annihilated eye like a whirling dervish of destruction. Bits of blood and eye phlegm shot around the room as she did, coating the nearby guards in a tasty confusion to enjoy at a later time. Whew. Then she leaned forward and started lapping around the edge of the socket. She made satisfying slurping noises as she flicked the aqueous jelly over onto the back of her throat, like a cat drinking milk.
What?
She said.
It's good!
Once her eye was assuredly destroyed, Fleur-de-Lis looked towards Cadence.
Alright, your turn.
I needed a drink, sorry. Cadence nodded, grabbing her own choice of weaponry.
You take too long. I'd prefer to cut babies in half at much.
And so, Cadence whacked Flurry Heart straight into her virgin marshmallow with a dull doorstop. The baby cried out in pain for the first time during the affair. Its eye-gore fetish not saving it this time around.
God damn it. Okay. Excuse me, ma'am.
Fleur called out to Celestia.
This child is making noise, and frankly, I find it unpleasant.
Cadence bobbed her head.
Same.
Okay, I'll see what I can do about a gag.
Celestia darted her eyes back and forth, levitating over a garbage can from the conveniently located throne room restaurant.
Let's see what we have here.
She proceeded to dig through the filthy contents before pulling out a red and white tubular item.
Well, we have Luna's old tampon from a few days ago. I mean, it's got some fungi from the yeast infection, but...
Celestia's eyed the swollen off chunk stuck to it.
It should do.
She tossed it down to the much to the enjoyment of her guests.
Okay, Flurry Heart, open wide.
Flurry Heart, okay, you ready, Milk, for your line? Flurry Heart eyed her possible mother with wide eyes, begging for relief.
Mom?
Her progress was halted, however, as the rancid feminine product was shoved down her throat like a rather penis. Flurry's muffled cries of terror were all for naught, as Cadence returned to hacking away at her mangled prepubescent folds, this time with the newfound force of a roid-raging monster pony.
What the fuck?
Slowly but surely, her flesh began to give way to the stop that would never give way. Blood sloshed around, coating Cadence's face as she hacked away. With a few licks, it was gone, though. Do you need a drink, anyone? Anyone need a drink? I need a drink.
I would, but if I drink anymore, I don't think I'll be able to read anything.
That's fair.
I want to drink bleach.
It took quite a while, but the Princess of Love finally began to break a sweat and could abuse her only offspring's virgin pussy no more.
All right, we need to use something else.
Celestia sighed, magically reaching into her vaginal trash before pulling out what looked like a thin string.
Ah, here we go. It's not much, though I believe it may suffice.
Well, what is this?
Fleur asked. Cadence looking on as well for an answer.
This is the dental floss that I use to get the crusty bits of feces out of Discord's butt hair. Then I bring Luna into using it to give her new pet dog a good flossing. The dog proceeded to eat the floss and had trouble pooping it out for a few weeks. Finally, with the help of some tweezers, we managed to pull out that here.
Fleur levitated the floss down and held it mere inches from her face. The once bright and hopeful string of dental health assistance was now mangled, crusty, and smelled of the foulest stench one could imagine. It was as if Satan's unfermented dick cheese had been left rotting in a moist sauna for a period of no less than 22 days.
Oh god.
Both of you.
This is perfect!
Glenn, you
This'll
missed your...
be- Oh shit, sorry, let's try it again.
One, 2, 3.
This'll be perfect.
Not bad, guys. Both of the guilty bystanders stated in elation. Flurry was now struggling to keep her eye open as death's sweet calling was getting louder and louder. The massive amounts of blood loss didn't help the situation, and neither did the fact that her upper body was only being held together by pieces of sinew stretching from exposed shoulder to exposed shoulder.
Well,
Fleur said, rubbing her chin.
I'd love to cut this right now, but I'm unsure what body part it is or what effect it might have.
You're right.
Cadence shouted.
We need an expert.
God damn it.
On cue, Nurse Redheart entered the fray and ran chunky mashed being passed off as a child. She said an appropriate line for you, looking at the mutilated torso and strands of bone and muscle halting their...
Alright, Palpatine has been requested.
Oh, Lord. Go ahead.
Miss Redheart Skywalker.
Cadence said.
Fucking hell.
We need to cut through this part of her, but we're unsure of what that bone is, or what those strands of sinew are. We wouldn't want to accidentally hurt her by accident, my child.
There's more, Nurse. Would you rather I do it? Okay, I believe in you.
Of course, of course.
I'm the child. Okay, I'm not okay. I needed...
That was good. Of course.
The nurse eyed the child up and down before nodding.
Well, I do believe this chunk blocking your path would have to be the right gonad.
Right, gonad.
Fleur asked, taken aback.
That's not possible, is it?
Oh, of course, you're right.
Redheart chuckled.
The gonads are on the left shoulder. This is her superior vena. superior vena cava. Just press a little harder on the dental floss and you'll be A-okay.
Oh my god.
Okay, thank you.
That was
it's
both
two
of you again.
both of us.
1,
Okay.
2, 3.
Okay. Thank you, child.
you.
Fleur and Cadence said with bright smiles. With a final tug, both Fleur and Cadence pulled on the floss. Flurry's life was cut short, as she herself was cut short, her body separating into two mushy piles of gore and other sexy things. Intestines were strewn about, and a lung had fallen to the floor, and her severed anus was already halfway down a starving guard's gaping maw.
What?
It was
What?
finished. Yeah, it was finished. Both would have a baby to take home.
Hey, that was kind of hot.
Celestia spoke up.
So I'm going to go ahead and head to my private quarters.
Cadence and Fleur both levitated the respective parts of Flurry Heart. Both were very happy to have a baby of their own to take home with them.
Thank you so much for coming to a compromise with me, Cadence.
Fleur said.
I couldn't have done this without you.
Of course.
Cadence replied, slinging her half of Flurry Heart over her shoulder for ease of transportation.
If you ever wish to get the babies together for a play date, just let me know.
Will do.
Oh my god, the little laugh! Oh my god, the little laugh! And with that, the two walked out of the door, with smiles and laughter, ready to bring their child home to their family. The end.
Okay. What the fuck is wrong with this story?
I love it! It's awful! I hate it! I don't know how to feel feelings anymore.
For some reason, I imagined Fleur.
God.
I imagine Fleur de Lis wearing her half at Flurry Heart as a scarf.
I didn't handle this. I know you guys didn't handle this either. Don't lie, guys, but I'll be damned if you guys were like, yeah, it was fine. Flam, how do you feel?
I feel quite lovely, actually.
Milk?
Yeah, I've read worse.
I know you have, honey, but like,
I have a question.
what's your question?
When will the erection go away?
Oh no. Well, that.
Until
Maybe
you're
your daddy
15,
comes back.
until you can meet your shit mother.
I'll just let the sweet release of death come.
God, Bo Daggett.
Just let me die.